What happens in the moments after we draw our final breath? This question has echoed through human history, a profound mystery that touches every life. For many, the answers are found within the pages of sacred texts. The Bible speaks of a place called Sheol, the realm of the dead. But what is this place truly like? Is it a final prison? Is it a silent void? Or is it a complex world of its own? To explore this, we must look not only at the scriptures we know, but also at ancient writings that shaped the world in which the New Testament was born. One of the most fascinating of these is the Book of 1 Enoch, a text that offers a vivid and detailed tour of the afterlife. Today, we will embark on a careful journey into the heart of this ancient mystery. Our goal is to understand Sheol as it is presented in the Old Testament and as it appears in the Book of Enoch. We will walk gently, using the Bible as our foundational guide and map. The visions within Enoch provide invaluable historical context, helping us see the world through the eyes of those who lived centuries ago. This exploration is not about making dogmatic claims, but about deepening our understanding. We will compare these ancient views, seeking clarity on one of life's most significant questions: what really happens after death? This study promises a balanced and thoughtful look at a complex topic. To understand the world of Enoch, we must first begin with the world of the Old Testament prophets and poets. The Hebrew word Sheol appears over 60 times in the Hebrew Bible, and its meaning is foundational to this discussion. In its most basic sense, Sheol simply means the grave or the realm of all the dead. It is often depicted as a place beneath the earth, a dark and silent domain where the departed go, regardless of their righteousness or wickedness in life. It is not a place of active fiery punishment as hell is later conceived, but rather a shadowy existence, a land of forgetfulness where the activities of earthly life have ceased. The book of Ecclesiastes 9:10 advises, "Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might, for there is no work, thought, knowledge, or wisdom in Sheol to which you are going." Jacob expected to go down to Sheol to my son mourning, Genesis 37:35. Yet glimmers of hope appear. God will not abandon his faithful to Sheol. Enoch was widely read in Second Temple Judaism and even echoed in Jude 14-15. Although not in the Protestant canon, it offers historical and cultural context. Framed as visions to Enoch, who walked with God, it explores divine justice and the afterlife. It addresses questions the Old Testament left open, mapping the unseen realm. The most detailed picture appears in 1 Enoch 22, a great high mountain in the west with a hard rock. The mountain is hollow inside, with deep and spacious enclosures. Raphael, Enoch's guide, explains these places hold the spirits of the dead until judgment. Not chaos, but divine order, a holding facility prepared by God. The vision details 4 distinct compartments. First, the righteous, a bright spring of water and comfort in separation from others. Second, sinners not judged in life, in darkness, aware, awaiting final punishment. Third, the murdered, souls crying out for justice until wrongs are rectified. Fourth, rebellious sinners, confined permanently, never brought up for judgment. Every life is weighed, every soul placed with purpose, awaiting God's perfect judgment. Within this vision, Abel stands out, the first murder victim. "What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is crying to me from the ground." Genesis 4:10. In 1 Enoch, the image becomes personal. Abel's spirit cries out from within Sheol. A metaphor becomes an ongoing appeal for divine retribution. Victims are not forgotten. Their pleas do not fade. The vision is moral. Deeds matter. Justice will be done. For the righteous, comfort. For the unjudged sinner, preliminary torment. For victims, a platform to appeal before heaven's court. God remembers the forgotten and will set all things right. Abel's enduring cry is the symbol of that promise. By weaving together the Old Testament and the detailed tapestry of 1 Enoch, we can categorize the souls believed to inhabit Sheol. Not a definitive map, but an ancient conceptual framework. The primary division is moral and spiritual. Sheol is a precursor to final judgment, marked by separation. First and foremost are the righteous, peaceful rest by the spring. Souls who lived in faithfulness, practiced justice, and walked in obedience. Separated from the wicked, a foretaste of coming blessings. Next are the unrepentant, not annihilated, but held in conscious distress. A third group, the unjustly killed, represented by Abel, appealing for justice. Finally, the most rebellious, confined without hope of release. Jesus' parable in Luke 16 shows immediate separation after death. The righteous are comforted, the wicked are in torment. Both accounts affirm conscious experience corresponding to earthly life, yet Jesus emphasizes an impassable chasm, the finality of separation. Use 1 Enoch as context, but receive Luke 16 as authoritative. Sheol, or Hades, the Greek name, is an intermediate state, not the final destination. Its separations are preliminary, a foretaste, not the verdict. Revelation 20 confirms the two-stage pattern. And I saw the dead, great and small, standing before the throne, and books were opened. And the sea gave up the dead. Death and Hades gave up the dead who were in them. And they were judged, each one of them, according to what they had done. Hades is temporary. It will give up its dead. Then death and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire, the second death. The old order passes. God's new and eternal order arrives. Therefore, Enoch's compartments and the Old Testament's shadowed Sheol describe a temporary phase. They answer what occurs between death and final judgment. The final day, when Christ will judge the living and the dead, determines eternal destiny, eternal life in God's new creation, or eternal separation in the lake of fire. Enoch colors the background. The Bible draws the firm lines of faith. How does a temporary Sheol with a final perfect judgment shape your view of God's justice in a suffering world? What does Abel's persistent cry teach about God's heart for the oppressed? How can Jesus' clear teaching guide us through ancient and modern ideas? Let this study lead not to fear, but to awe of God's sovereignty over seen and unseen. The God who did not abandon his Holy One to Sheol promises resurrection to all who trust in him.